Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
I didn't get your thoughts. I watched the fight. I'm sure you watched it. I'm sure you heard my thoughts already. So really, I mean, what did you think of Williams' performance versus Ishe? Very exciting fight. I didn't expect that. Not that I didn't expect a bad fight. It's not like I expected a snooze fest, right? But I didn't expect it to be like that. It was like boom, 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 boom. One guy, boom, 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 boom. The other guy, it was just like punches. You know, Ishe was letting loose with the combinations, but he was really doomsday. You know what I mean? Very wide out there, right? You know what I mean? I like to see my guys come, you know, Deontay Wilder, Bermane Stiverne rematch right down the middle. 1, 2 down the middle. Ishe was very wide, and you can see fucking Julian just catching him, boom, and hitting him with that left hook. He really stunned him a lot. But like I already said to Ken, I'll just refresh you so then you can take off. And obviously Doomsday could give his part.
No tennis.
I didn't like the way that he took the shots. You know, he looked like a guy that was hurt. And maybe Ishe has that power. And when Breadman, you hear this, I'm not saying, oh, I didn't like it, so he did it wrong or he could do better. No, I'm just saying, obviously you want to see a guy take the shot and be like, damn, he ate that shit, opposed to him take it and then feeling like, oh, I'm buzzed, asserting himself, getting more tight, and letting someone wail on him. You know, that's not what I want to see. But he won the fight, and he looked good when he did look very good, right? I mean, inside work, right? I mean,
Ness.
Who next?
Take a breath, Ness. Take a breath. Tennis. Play some tennis there.
They're getting at me.
Getting at you. Mr. Shakespeare over here ranting about. It's okay, man. Relax. A couple quick points. Obviously, we just had Ken Porter on talking about the Porter camp. If you want to hear the Thurman camp and what they had to say about all of this and what's next for the division, go to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. 3-hour interview with Keith Thurman. Just fantastic. Tons of stuff. And we released a little bit of it, but there's still over.
Matt did that. Matt did that. He was not supposed to, because over and over we said out here like, yo, we got a surprise for our patrons. Surprise for our patron. Surprise for our patron. And Matt was like, yo.
Hold on. Time out. Let me finish the plug, Ness. If you want to hear Keith Thurman's thoughts on Earl Spence, Jeff Horn, Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia.
Jesse Vargas, yo.
Vargas, all of which is not on the YouTube yet, by the way. And it won't be. That will stay behind Patreon. You have to go to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to see the rest of the interview and to see.
I'm just going to say his thoughts on Vargas.
Shocking. And another quick point before I break down J-Rock, Ishe Smith. We skipped sort of the Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz topics.
Me and Ken talked about it. You guys were busy. Ken was being my co-host while you guys were busy.
Yeah, they slightly touched on it.
Well, I think we should come back to it because you know how I'm going to chop up the show going forward. You know, the Ken interview is going to be separate. But anyways, digressing. J-Rock, Ishe Smith. I thought it was a fight of J-Rock looked really good in the first 3 to 4 rounds. He looked like he was on point. He was the faster guy. He was hitting harder. He was more accurate. He was more technically sound. Everything was better. And then the body work of Ishe Smith started piling up. Ishe Smith stayed in there. He kept being the dog. He kept coming forward even when he was getting hit with solid right hands. I'm shocked that Ishe Smith did not get hurt and did not get wobbled, did not get knocked down by any solid right hand from J-Rock. I am completely shocked. Maybe we have to question J-Rock's power. But we saw Ishe Smith work his way back in the fight. And I had it a draw. I'll be honest. I had it a draw at the end of the 10th round. And I thought the scorecards were horrendous. And before I address that, this was an amazing fight. I think anyone that's a boxing fan should watch this if you haven't seen it. It was one of the best fights of the year, to be honest. I thought it was a fantastic example of how you should not count out anyone. But those scorecards were horrendous, and every one of those judges should be banned.
What were the scorecards?
99-91.
Yeah, that was I didn't even see that. You know,
Max DeLuca out there, if you're listening, you should never judge a fight again.
Who'd he score it for? Mayweather's fighter?
He scored it for J-Rock.
J-Rock.
99-91. 99.
You know that.
Ishe Smith 1 round. That is downright disrespectful.
No, I mean, look, I'm not gonna justify the scorecard, but Ishe's work is like
he was look
wide, man. It's wide.
It was wide
on the outside. A lot of it's on the gloves. Like he did some good body work, but like, yo, I've been following Ishe all his career, and he's notorious for feeling like he didn't get his just due or his credit, you know. But he's not doing enough. In this one, he let it all out. He really tried.
He was from the beginning of the rounds.
Every round, and he threw as many combinations as he could. But J-Rock
was amazing. That 10th round was one of the best rounds.
But J-Rock is cleaner.
And Judge
cleaner. No,
the cleaner work, man. They cleaner work.
The right man won. Absolutely. And this is even the same topic for Carl Frampton and Horacio Garcia, because that fight's very similar, where
both were chess matches, man.
The scorecard was very off from how close the fight was, even though the right man won. But still, you can't excuse these scorecards. But again, this was a great fight, and I really don't want to put a damper on it because these guys went to war. That 10th round was one of the best rounds of the year, hands down. I was highly impressed with just the resiliency of both guys because they were landing hard shots. And again, I think just the body work of Ishe Smith was just what kept him in the fight. It slowed down J-Rock enough to where Ishe Smith could come back and steal some rounds.
Julian needs to listen to his corner more. I mean, Breadman could be heard in my living room, and I was watching it in my bedroom, all right? Telling him, get back on the jab, Jul. Get back on the jab. Look at his face. He red as hell. That jab is working. Get on the jab. But the fighter that he forgets it. I mean, I understand. I mean, I don't even know if it's to forget it, because from being in the ring, I think it's more about fucking fatigue. Your shoulder starts to burn from throwing that punch so much. You just can't, no matter how much your coach is telling you. But I'm a fucking nobody. We're talking about a guy that is doing this for a living. His shoulder shouldn't be burning. And when his trainers tell him to jab, he should be jabbing. But again, he's rebuilding, and he did good. Because, you know, we touted Julian highly, right? We thought he was that dude. Like, he was coming for Trout. He was coming for Jamal. And it's like, oh, they don't want to give him a shot. He's running through the other dudes that he's supposed to run through. So I have him still ranked highly because I consider Jamal a great fighter, right? So it's like, yo, you lost to Jamal. It doesn't make you a bum. You're still as good as I thought you were, so show me. So I just thought he would beat Ishe better, but it's Ishe, right? Like, no one's ever beaten him very clean. Like, not even Jacobs, right? No one's done it.
He's a spoiler. He's always been that guy.
Yeah.
He looked bad.
I guess here's where you'll cut it, unless you have something. I think it seemed like Alex was about to say something. I mean, you also look like you had some brownies. You all right over there, B?
Yeah, no, I'm all right, bro. Basically the you guys said most of the things that I was gonna say. It was a back and forth thing. What I saw from Julian is that he kept it a lot tighter.
For real, I'm going for the juggler on this one, man.
He went,
I'm going for the juggler on this one. On you too. Yo, did you feel like Ken Porter was talking about Alex Doomsday Lioness when he was like, these Facebook fighters?
Not even because I'm an amateur.
Hold on, Al.
I'm an amateur. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Al, Nessa talks at both of us this entire show. I mean, I'm just saying.
It's all right. I got an opponent still. So.
Matt, what shot I took at you? I ain't even say nothing about your little beat.
Now he's ready to go, man. We gotta just watch out. That's a sativa on him. He's good to go.
He's
yo, Ken brushed me off too. I want to come out to Vegas if they're gonna be training Lenroy out there, yo. Vegas is all of a sudden a live commodity for me now that it's like recreational. It's like it makes everything okay, you know what I'm saying?
I can make the drive. That's easy.
Oh, look at him just saying he's ready to be down. That's what I'm talking about. Teamwork, baby.
in the game, cause see the boxing voice.